I'm Phace.
I'm Misanthrop.
Right, step it up!
It was quite interesting because we just started like thinking that we put out some separate albums, like a Phace album and a Misanthrop album, but at the end we just thought like during the process we were like yeah, just put the tunes together and just make a joint forces album, you know, which makes much more sense for us because we are joining like everything, like he's better in some in that kind of styles, I'm better in that kind of styles, so put it together and you have a big album.
A nice package,
yeah.
like a
that's what we
diverse,
thought at the end. And
diverse package.
yeah, that's from Deep Space actually.
For Neosignal, after the LP, it's like you break things down. You just step back from what you did, you take a look on it, and you try to learn from what you did, and you try to move on. That's what we try with Neosignal right now. We feel like we need to change something, to step up, to get the label positioned even better. So our plans are now to have a manager for the label who manages the label, because we don't want to spend all our time with managing the label. We actually prefer to work on beats in the studio.
When I'm start making music, just the inspiration, it's like different, you know, it can be everything. Like when you're just going out and just buying some stuff in the store and some people are bugging you or something like that, and that can be an inspiration too, but it can be a good inspiration to have like good experience in life.
I see myself more like as a musical worker, not a composer, more like a German musical worker. Like for me it's like, okay, I go there and work and get things working, put the puzzle together and vibe it off. When I listen to my track in the studio and I feel like, okay, I could dance now, it makes me move, then I know I'm done. That's like when I can listen to it throughout and feel like I can move through this without stopping, without getting annoyed by something, then I'm like, okay, this is done. So that's how I like try to roll my shit out.
Yeah.
And for us it's really important to go to the studio and have a good time there. Because I think when you miss the point of having fun or a good time, or being happy in the studio, or you want to push things to happen, it's not gonna work. You gotta catch the moment. You gotta feel good about what you do, and then the best things happen.
Non-humans.
My background is, I can't really put it in a box. It's just a lot of different genres. But then I found this drum and bass, break beats, broken beats at one point, and I felt like, well, this has a lot of energy. This has a lot of like feeling, and then it's like it gives me that rush I want to have when I go out on night. Have like a big sub, a big bass, and high energy on the floor. So I've been stuck to drum and bass since I think 95. That's when I found out about it. Like when I listened to Prodigy, The Experience.
Stuff.
Area is on high alert.
It's pretty much the same for me, but I have to admit that I wasn't that open-minded in the beginning when I just listened to music. It was just like, you know, I just heard drum and bass and I just was into drum and bass and there was nothing else. And I just really quickly recognized that this is a dead end, you know. You're just steering into a dead end.
Where it's heading to, I don't really know. I just know that drum and bass is not going to die. So people try to let it die every year.
I mean, it's like you listen to LTJ Bookham, you know, and always they said like, yeah, it's going to end, you know.
That was it, but then someone steps up,
somebody else
something fresh,
you know,
and you're like, fuck.
It's always like a 3-year cycle and somebody else steps up, you know, and it makes you interested in music again, you know. It's like, it's always the same. I mean, and if you complain about that, I mean, just sit down in the studio and do something.
And drum and bass is music, so within any music genre you have this magic 10-year cycle where like what is hip right now was maybe hip 10 years ago, and it just has a new, like, it's put in new clothes. It has like this new state of art producing kind of edge to it. So I think that's why drum and bass is not gonna die. It's an evolution. It's you just look back what there was and you maybe get inspired by that again. take it and do something new out of it. So for us, I don't know, you can't really put it in a direction. I think drum and bass is so diverse these days. It's spread. It's like you have so many good different artists in their parts, and they do really nice work. I respect them a lot, all.
I mean, you can't deny that you are inspired by noisier beats or something like
sure.
that. It's like you listen to that stuff, you know, but you also listen to like from time to time to this, some Jimi Hendrix stuff or Miles Davis, you know, and that inspires you as well. And it's like 20 years ago, you know.
For me, it's like keeping it interesting. I just want to keep the music I do interesting for others to listen to. You can't do the same thing over and over again. It's going to be boring. So I'll just try to, and I think that's what I like about drum and bass, because the drum and bass people get bored at some time and they come up with something new, and that's why I think it's gonna be even broader. And I think drum and bass is on a real good way to get even more, to get a better access to a broader audience. So I'm really happy with how things develop right now. Thank you guys for the interview.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to say big up the whole Italy crew and big up SpreadMag.
Magazine.
Alright, we are out.